How to get free wholesale leads step by step. Guys, it's Rick Ginn. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 free techniques you can use right now in your wholesaling business to get motivated sellers in your pipeline. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, you hit that subscribe notification button to continue to receive the absolute best information on wholesaling. And I tell you what, if you stay with me to the end, I will share with you a bonus technique to find plenty of motivated sellers. So I want you to understand the word free doesn't mean it's super easy and you don't have to do any work. I know everybody in the industry tells you how easy it is to get stuff, but the reality is the word free means you're probably going to have to put some sweat equity in it and some serious time commitment to it. So if you know that going into it, let's get started. Coming in on the first one, it is digital bandit signs. And I've used this technique for a super long time. I had to adapt when social media came out, and I'm here to tell you there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. The absolute worst way you can do it is join a group that you have no interest in, you just joined today, and start spamming the heck out of it. Honestly, you are literally wasting your time doing that technique. If you're gonna use that method, do not bother, because you're just gonna get blocked and you're only gonna waste your own time, and you're gonna do it over and over again, and it doesn't work. Guys, this is not how to forge relationships and get free motivated sellers. Now, the right way to do it is take the groups you're already intricately tied into, meaning you have an organic link to. For instance, I love fishing places. I'm probably part of 20, 25 different fishing groups, and I've been in these groups for a super long time, and I've always commented and post, I've put on pictures. I'm already accepted by the community. Now, what I do is I naturally and organically intertwine what we call a bridge message. And what does that mean? It means I just don't go out there and goes, I buy houses for cash. Sell me your houses. I'll do it now. You are going to get blocked. Most of these places have anti-spamming, anti-advertising in it. But if you're posting about, go, listen, guys, you know I love to fish, and I also want to let you know that my love for fishing is fueled by my passion for buying houses for cash. If you ever need to sell a house quickly, just connect with me. We can go fishing and talking about it. I put on a phone number. That's it, guys. That is a bridge statement. Instead of just coming out and just throwing out an ad, I first warm them up with my connection to the group, my love for the group, and how I can help the group out with my business. That's it. And then you'll get DMs and you get private messages, and that's how you organically connect with people. Now, honestly, I prefer this way over just even doing Facebook ads. Facebook ads are sporadic, they're expensive, and everybody brags about the cost per lead. Honestly, if you just do the digital free bandit sign method I'm teaching you right now, it will do wonders for your business. Now, you're actually going to have to spend time, you're going to have to post, and then if you haven't joined any groups, you're going to have to organically spend a few months getting naturally tied into these groups. Going in and putting an instant message into a brand new group is the fastest way to get you banned out of a group. Now, I want you to understand the goal from these DMs and these PMs and all the other way you guys communicate in the social media is you're gonna have to do a ton of follow-up, and you're gonna have to find a way to convert them to a phone call. You cannot close people on DMs, PMs, and text messages. It just doesn't work. At some point, you actually have to have a conversation with people. So make sure you are focused on converting your messages into actual phone calls, which eventually will convert into physical appointments or virtual appointments. The next technique is reverse driving for dollars. And I just love this method because it's very brilliant. I'd like to say I invented it on my own, but it's kind of a culmination of trying a million different ways and what works the best. Why I like it is super, super simple. So how do we do it? So the essence of all reverse driving for dollars comes down to a good, high quality list. This isn't a list of 5 and 10,000 people. Honestly, it's usually within a couple hundred, maybe even less than 100. And you have to find a list where you can actually spell out a driving route and basically go by in logistical order on how to post to each door. So instead of knocking on the door, which is how I was brought up doing this business, from an efficiency standpoint with Ring doorbells and everyone's inability to answer doors anymore not being home, is you just put a yellow sticky note on the door, and it simply says, hey, got a quick question about your house. This is Rick, and I put my virtual phone number on there. That's it. So if I put out 100 notes, 10 or 12 people call me back, I narrow it down to 5 people that are dead serious, then I got 5 appointments. That is the best way to get back a callback, and you don't have to have a conversation with 100 people, and more than like 80% of them don't don't want to sell you a house. You find the ones that are truly motivated. Remember, the key to this process is finding high quality lists. So let's talk about the lists that are best for this. Tax delinquencies are great because they never respond to the mail. Code violations, oh my God, they are phenomenal. Pre-foreclosures, water shutoffs, and arrest records. These are a high quality list of people that are going to have the highest potential to be motivated sellers. Lining that up with reverse driving for dollars sets you up for the best type of free leads. You're going to have to put some time, you're going to have to put some energy in it, but guys, it is phenomenal. Okay, the next one is JV deals. And JV deals is just short for joint venture. And it's basically when you partner up with other people just like yourself, other wholesalers, and under the premonition that two together can work better than as one. Now, that only works if you learn to match your strengths with your weaknesses. What are you strongest at and what are you weakest at? And the more you can be honest with yourself, the better off you could do with this technique. When I started out, I was really good with sellers. Like, I got the deals done. I was known as the guy who goes out and gets all the contracts. What I sucked at was selling them because I spent so much time on acquisitions. I felt like dispositions, anybody could do it. So other wholesalers would reach out to me and go, Rick, I have a robust cash buyers list. I'll split the deal with you, or I'll take a percentage off the top. And I was fine with it. I probably did 40, 50 deals in my first few years just using that technique alone. Why? Because I could concentrate and hone in on how to work with sellers. And to this day, because I gave up that dispositions part, I became very good on how to connecting with sellers. And eventually I learned the dispositions. And I knew at one day I could easily take that over. And I made some wholesalers not crazy because I broke off the relationship, but that's how businesses mature. So match up with your strengths and your weaknesses. And if you can work together for a time, then it is phenomenal. Some of my best friends, some of my business partners today are people that I've JV'd in the first 5 years when I started out wholesaling. So make sure you vet anybody you're going to do a joint venture agreement with. Do a little bit of research on them. Look up their last name, their company name in the clerk of courts. Make sure there's no pending lawsuits, and do an extensive Google search. Heck, you might even consider doing a background check, and make sure you do the paperwork with them. Once you vet them, you decide to do an agreement with them. Make sure you put together a JV agreement and make sure both of you are holding your end of the bargain. So the next one is SMS texting. Like, well, wait a minute, Rick, I have to pay for that service. No. I'm talking about you doing SMS texting on your own phone. So you just pick up your phone. You can easily do 30 to 40 a day, maybe even 50 without being flagged by your text carrier, your phone service. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up over a 30-day period. So what I want you to do is find the most niched out list you can get. So if you could send 30 a day, that's almost 900, close to 1,000 texts you send a month. There's got to be a deal sitting somewhere in there. So find out your most specialized list. Maybe they're the code violations. Maybe it's the fire damage properties. Honestly, the more niched out the list, the better off you're going to do with this technique. And it's free, guys. Yes, you can use SMS carriers to use a service, a software to help you automate it to do thousands a day. But sometimes you overlook the free route. And this free route, the only way it works is with a niched out list and being extremely consistent in doing it on a daily basis. And yes, that means Saturday and Sunday because you're taking the free route. Remember, free doesn't mean easy. It just means there's an opportunity, but you are going to have to put the hustle into it. Use this technique. It works very, very well. So the last one I'm going to share with you, it's kind of a fib. It's not exactly free, but it's extremely low budget. And it's a DIY for physical Bandit signs. Why am I sharing this method to you? Because it works. And so many of you guys think you got to go out and buy the professional signs and you got to get them shipped. The box weighs like 30 pounds. Dude, signs cost you a fortune. On average, a professionally printed sign with everything on it, doing like front and back color and shipping, it can cost you up to $5 to $6 per sign. You do the math. It's going to get really expensive fast. So let me teach you a DIY to get the best bang for your buck. So go find a company that'll sell you the 18 by 24 corrugated plastic signs in all white. Now, worst case, you can do Home Depot, a little pricey to do it there. Find a sign vendor in your local market and just cut a deal with them, pay cash, whatever you need to do. And just go get like 20 to 30, maybe even 50 signs at most. Now, you don't have to get hundreds and hundreds of signs. Get whatever you can afford. They might charge you $1 or $2 for the sign. That's the most you want to pay for them, okay? So 18 by 24. And then what you're going to do is take these signs and then basically you get a box cutter, or you can get those old school paper cutters like we used to have when I was in school, not you guys, but me, and cut the signs in half. When you cut the signs in half on the long side, you now get 2 signs out of 1 sign. And when you get the stakes, you can go buy stakes at Home Depot or Lowe's. You can actually get them in the construction area, and you can cut them all down, and you can cut the stakes in half. So now you've doubled your signs, you've doubled your stakes. I get it's the smallest area to print, smaller area. And what you're going to do is take a black Sharpie marker, Home Depot or Lowe's. They're a couple bucks. Get the big fat one, and then you are going to write on it. And it's simply going to say sell your house or sell your house now. And you're going to put your virtual phone number on it. And then you're going to put them out in areas where people are coming out of a grocery store, coming out of Home Depot. Walmart's one of my favorite. McDonald's is not a bad one. Just don't put it on the McDonald's property. And you want to get where it gets high traffic. And here's a clue. If you see a dating website one, or you see a mattress company, put it right next to theirs. Do not pull up any one of those signs. You don't need bad blood in this business. But remember, you only need one set of eyeballs on it. They can take a quick picture of it. And if they truly have motivation, these are inbound free leads for you. Now, these cost you a few bucks, but if you use my DIY method, you can spend well under $30 to $40 and get an amazing amount of motivated sellers calling you on your cell phone. Who doesn't want that? So let me know in the comments, which of these 5 methods are you going to use to get free inbound leads? It is completely up to you. A lot of you are always looking for the paid services, and you overlook the basic things you can do to get free motivated leads in your mailbox today. It's up to you. Which method are you going to do? Let me know. And if you got value from this video, do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button. You hit that subscribe notification button to continue to receive the absolute best information on wholesaling today. Guys, this is Ginn, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.